Kershaw Day.
It's Kershaw Day.
When you think about just what that means and the excitement of it, is it kind of crazy to think that this day is happening again and just he's back and he's healthy?
I'm excited. I think Dodger Nation is excited. I know Clayton is excited. I'm sure there's some nerves with him. It's been highly anticipated, and the timing is what we expected, So I think for us, it's just go out there and watch him compete, which we know he's going to do, and try to win a ball game. But this is a big day for all of us, and Clayton's had a long road, and I'm happy to finally get to the finish line.
When you think about just what his bullpens have looked like, the rehab starts, what has stood out to you about him and just stuff-wise coming off of his shoulder surgery?
I think the thing that stood out is the strength of the shoulder. I think the recovery has been great in the sense of last year, the last couple years when he was throwing, afterwards there was soreness, pain, and trying to just get to the next start, where now days after he throws, he feels strong, he feels fresh, the soreness in the right parts of the body. And the stuff for me, like I said a couple days ago, is better than it was last year. So results, we'll wait and see, but I just feel like where he's at physically, I see good things happening.
And Dave, Clayton's going to make history today, becoming the first pitcher in Dodgers history to pitch in 17 seasons. Can you just talk about the significance of that accomplishment and what that longevity has meant to this organization?
I think for me, having a great season, a great first half to be an all-star, having a great couple seasons is one thing. But the longevity piece is something that I really admire. The consistency part, the ability to post. And so for him to set another record, as you said, it just speaks to the character, the competitor in Clayton Kershaw. And, in all these years, he's still been dominant, even without his best stuff. So, when you're talking about the Dodgers, so to put him on the Mount Rushmore of Dodger players, it's very fitting.
Dave, how far will today go in determining what you do next week?
I don't think this will have any impact on next week. I think that given where the starters are at, who we have, and guys that are kind of not available, IL, I don't think Clayton's outing today has any impact on that.
Will he be on any restrictions today?
He will. I think if we could get him into the fifth inning, that would be great. Obviously depends on each inning and how the stress is, the amount of pitches. If it's the fourth inning, if it's the third inning, the main thing is to get him feeling good after the outing, as far as health, to make the next one. And so then after that, we have the coverage for him, but that's the most important thing. So yeah, there is going to be some restrictions.
Dave, is it no more than 4 innings?
It depends on efficiency. These guys are aggressive, so it could be if it all lines up and he gets through 5, great. But if it's not 5, that's fine too. I just don't want to put any expectations or limitations on Clayton.
And Chris Taylor updates?
He's in the tube right now, so I don't really have a timeline once we know, but like I said yesterday, for Chris to come out of a game, it's going to be a while.
Will you get somebody here by game time?
We got Outman coming. He should be landing right about now.
So you're saying you don't need to count on Clayton for October?
No, we absolutely do. I just don't think that the math of what we do or don't do at the deadline is determined by this outing. But I expect Clay to be a big part of October, yes.
Yesterday you talked about how this can be an emotional day for Clayton Kershaw. He posted a video that he's got custom cleats made by his children that he's going to be wearing out there today. When you think think about just the time he's been with this organization, 17 years in this league, what makes this one a little bit more emotional that you see for him?
Well, I think that I think it's the first arm surgery he's had. I think he is, over the last few years, he's finally realized that he's mortal. So then there comes to the appreciation of every moment. I do think that there was a point before the surgery, after the surgery, where he felt that, is he ever going to pitch, make another major league pitch? So I think that now that he's had those conversations, went through the rehab, got to this point, I think that's why I felt that it's going to be emotional for him.
Team chemistry, overrated, underrated, rated right where it should be?
I think it's underrated because people that aren't around every day really can't appreciate really what that is. Overrated in the sense that it's not the only answer. It's not the key to winning a championship, clearly, because last year I felt we had the best clubhouse I've ever seen, and we were eliminated in the first round. So I think that over the course of a season, the ups and downs, guys liking each other, counting on each other, pulling for one another, matters. But at the end of the day, when you're trying to win 11 games in October, playing well at the right time trumps the chemistry, in my opinion.
What can you say about the young pitchers like Gavin, Justin, and River, who stepped up while he's been dealing with injuries here started?
They've been fantastic. If there was an MVP and you lump the rookie pitchers, starting pitchers, they'd get a lot of first place votes. Each of those guys individually have done great things. Collectively, they've been a godsend for our ball club. We wouldn't be where we're at in the standings, and they certainly wouldn't have the confidence they have now, knowing that they can pitch in the big leagues, be viable options. So I think as an organization, it's been a big win having those guys develop here.
Top of the order's been a little bit limited in this series. Just how do you see them kind of getting going today? And what's got to be the focus of attack?
I think Shohei's done some good things. There's certainly been some strikeouts. I think this matchup today is going to be pretty good for him, as long as he stays off that changeup down below. I think they've done a good job pitching the top of the order. They really have. Fortunately, the guys at the bottom have picked up the slack. Logan Webb, anytime you face this guy, you've got your work cut out for you. We've got a heavy right-handed lineup in there, but we just got to take good at bats, and it really starts with Clayton to go out there and get us off to a good, on the right foot, and go from there. All right, thank you. Thanks, guys.